this platform of the Oceans of Joy Outreach International, Tojoint, a ministry saddled with the responsibility of helping your home to be better. This time around, by the special grace of God, we'll be starting another interesting series. And the title of this series is Spicing Up Your Marriage, adding some flavors that are absent in your marriage in order to make it better, in order to make it good for you, in order to continue to bring about improvement in your marriages. So I welcome you on board today as we begin this series. And the first thing that you may likely want to know is, what are spices? What are spices? Spices are condiments with extra ability to add flavor to whatever cooking that we make. Women will understand this better because they are mostly involved with cooking, and there is no successful cooking without the necessary and the needed spices. When a person cooks and it is not spiced up for it to be able to meet up with the expectation of the consumer, then such cooking is not regarded as a successful cooking. So, what are spices? Spices are anything with requisite capacity to add extra taste and flavor to whatever we cook. And the same principle, there is no successful cooking without spices. Spices have gingerly ability to transform whatever is cooked from the realm of ordinary taste and flavor to a wow realm. And the same thing applies in marriage. If you want your marriage to have extra flavor, you want your marriage to have extra taste, you want your marriage to flourish the more, then there are marriage spices. There are marriage spices. These are things that are condiments of marriage in order to make our marriages sweet, make our marriages better for us. So, as children of God, we should also know that we have responsibility. The primary responsibility of maintaining our marriage is ours. And the earlier we take up that responsibility, the better for us. There are things that make our marriages stick. Unfortunately, many of us excuse them away on the altar of spirituality. There's no spirituality in this matter. You want a better result in your marriage, you need to attend to these things we call the necessary spices that can help our marriages to be better. From some spouse, you hear things like, I am a Christian and I married a Christian husband or wife. And he or she should just know I love her without going extra mile to convince him or her by saying it or doing extra thing. Because you married a Christian, you just went to bed to sleep. Nothing to do to help to renew love, nothing to do to help to spark up beautiful emotions, nothing to do to help turn your spouse up, nothing to do to keep reinforcing the confidence of your spouse, nothing to do to reassure your spouse of your commitment. When you leave all of these things unattended to, the reality of your marriage becomes that of a downward slide, because things will keep generating, trust will be eroded, love will fizzle into the thing here, and at the end of the day, the marriage becomes ordinary. So in order not to allow our marriages to become ordinary, that is why, by the grace of God, for the next couple of editions, we will be discussing each of the spices that can make our marriages better. After all, approaching her for marriage or accepting to marry him is enough reason to know how much love I have for her. All of these are flimsy excuses that are not relevant to sustaining our marriage. If we want to sustain our marriages, we must learn to spice up our marriages. We must be deliberate about it. We must be intentional about it. So until next episode, when we will begin fully talking about each of the spices, I encourage you to hang on, stay on, follow us, and I am sure you will definitely be blessed. Bye for now.